Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be just a really great unboxing. I'm probably going to have to do this as like a couple videos. I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 or 3 videos, but at least 2. The box that I'm unboxing right there, it's quite big. It's got a lot of great stuff inside. Just a lot of great stuff. So I'm going to pull out some of the stuff and show you what's inside. Lots of paper. Okay, this is a box that I got from Stackry, and it's got some orders, like a whole bunch of orders, and some more orders. Take this out. Oh, wow. Okay. One is really big right off the bat. I can maybe show that. So there's some big stuff. Some really big stuff. Okay. Some more stuff. Lots of bubble wrap. And some more stuff. Shiny stuff. Okay. And whole bunch of books. So I'll take that out. And then some mysteries. One mystery. Oh, some Lego mystery. Okay. And a little Pokemon. I don't know. That was an extra. And one slab. Okay, so we're gonna actually start out with the slab. So, and then I'll show some of the stuff in the other thing. I think we'll try to do a little bit, but we're gonna start out with the slab, and we start out with a big slab. See, all that it was worth waiting 2 minutes and 20 some odd seconds to see this, because this is a great slab. So this is probably one of the more famous robot covers. This is Out of This World, #1, and this is from Avon, and it's from 1950. Just kind of a cool robot cover. I really like these kind of good girl art covers with robots. It's really cool. So yeah, this is just a really great one. Yeah, I just really love this. And it is Jean, not Frank, Jean Facetta cover. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, so this is really great. Out of This World, #1 from 1950. It's a great golden age book. And let's look at some of these giveaways. So I got a bunch of these like little giveaways, and this is gonna be really odd. So my friend Falco, he will send me some stuff. He sends me all these kind of like giveaways that he wins, and one of them that he won was this woman that does knits, like knitting, and she knits Pokemons. So this is like some Pokemon character. You can, if you know what Pokemon character it is, you can comment below and say, hey, that is whatever Pokemon it is. I don't know which Pokemon this is, but it's some knitted Pokemon. Odd, cool thing to have in my collection. So yeah, that's kind of fun. And then, let's see some more. Okay, this is going to be a Lego giveaway. And I'm going to show some more books, so don't worry. This is just some weird stuff first. Note. This is like little Lego car racing thing. It's kind of fun. As I said, he wins all these giveaways and then he sends them to me, which is kind of fun. Okay, then we get into some really cool stuff. This is one that, I forgot who mentioned this one to me, but somebody mentioned this one and I figured, hey, this is worth picking up. This is Illustrated Guide to Cult Magazines. And I picked this up from my comic shop, actually. And the reason the guy mentioned it to me was I was showing this book in one of my other unboxings. This is Cheesecake. And this is basically the guide for finding a lot of these magazines. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, so kind of cool. So I figured I'd pick that up. And we'll grab some more stuff. Okay. This is a little one. I'm not sure what this is. Some little thing. Let's see what it is. Wow, I didn't realize this was small. So in the picture, I thought it was like comic book size, but it's just like a little digest. Well, it said digest, but this is a really great one. Really great art. This is Bill Ward. So I saw this little digest, and you know, the price, I think I paid like 20, 30 bucks. But it's just really great artwork. Very sexy, very three-dimensional. So yeah, I just really like this one. So I really like Bill Ward's artwork. Just the way he draws women, I think is kind of interesting. And so this one, when I saw it, I had it like on my like this was on eBay. I had it on my watch list for like months, and I was like, should I pull the trigger on it? And then the guy had a discount on it, so I was like, oh, I might as well pick it up. So it's pretty great. So it's in really good shape too. This is from like 1966, I think. So like, I can't read the date. If you can read that, you can tell me what the date is. So yeah, let me zoom in. All right, December something. Okay, so I think it's December 66, but yeah, kind of a cool book. Really great shape too. That was nice. And that I've actually seen on other people's listings for about 3 or 4 times. So it's pretty great to get it for the price that I did. Because Bill Ward stuff actually is quite collectible. A lot of people seek out his stuff. But it's one of those things where it's not as obvious where he has his artwork. So you have to kind of find the titles that his artwork appears in. Okay, this one required a little bit of cutting. Seems to be secure. Okay. Oh, okay. This one's interesting. So this is a Boy Comics number 27. It's fairly high grade. So actually, I recommended this one to my friend Joe from Black Box Silver and Bronze. It's a Charles B. Rowe cover, and it's just a really great train cover. Because, like, if you look, I'm going to zoom in. The train conductor guy is, like, shot. I think he's shot right in the head, too. It's kind of pretty gruesome. And it's just, like, Charles B. Rowe just did amazing covers. And he did a lot of these covers for Boy Comics. They're fairly inexpensive. I paid 20 bucks for this. You know, it's just it's just so insane that you can pick up a nice high-grade copy for a fairly decent price. This is from the, like, early 50s. So kind of a nice book. Okay. Nice Golden Age book there. And then, what else do we got here? Oh, okay. I forgot what this one is. I'm trying to remember what... Okay, so I don't remember the key significance about this one. But this is Doom Patrol. I'm pretty sure I think I remember, actually, now that I look at it. This is Doom Patrol number 98. And I believe this is the first appearance of the Atom, Mr. 103, the Atom Master. So he can change shape and stuff like that. And you can change into like all these different things. So Mr. 103, first appearance. And he's also known as the Atom Master. Kind of cool. So his first appearance. And I believe he is going to be in the next Doom Patrol season, if he hasn't been in it already. And then, what's inside the shiny one? Ooh, shininess. We'll see what's inside here. Okay. Oh, okay. This is kind of a cool book. So this is Disney Adventures. Like, this is a really odd one. You're probably wondering, why did I buy this? Volume 2, number 1. Okay, I believe this is from 1995. No, sorry, 1991, November 1991. It's got Michael Jordan on the cover. So you're probably wondering, what is so significant about this book? And why did they put it in a Ziploc bag? I don't know why they put it in a Ziploc bag. I'll be taking it out of the Ziploc bag because it's very strange. Let's just take it right out of the Ziploc bag because that's just too weird. But this is the first appearance of Darkwing Duck. Now, Darkwing Duck, he made a later appearance in comics, like in a comic book, but this was actually his first appearance. So that's Darkwing Duck right there. So kind of cool. This is kind of one of those books that's under the radar. They're actually bringing Darkwing Duck back. So I thought, hey, it'd be really cool to get Darkwing Duck's first appearance, which just happens to be in this magazine, digest, I should say. You can pick these up for $10. They're really not expensive. And it is his first appearance, so it's kind of cool. He also appeared in the comics, like, so his first comic appearance is later, but this is, you know, kind of a cool first appearance. So Darkwing Duck's first appearance. And let's do a few more. I'll just check the time. Yeah, got lots of time still. So, all that for nothing. Okay. Okay, so this is another, let's see what's in this one. Looks interesting. Let's see what's inside. Oh, interesting. I'm not even sure what this is, to tell you the truth. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, this is kind of a cool little collection. And sadly, I actually have doubles of this now, which is, I didn't realize. So recently I did an unboxing where I showed a whole bunch of underground comics. I did this last year. So when you see this video, it'll probably be 2023. I'm actually filming this in 2022. So, but I did this unboxing where Alex the Comic Hoarder sent me a whole bunch of underground comics. And he actually sent me some of the ones that are in this series right here. I didn't realize was going to be that he was going to send me this too. But so these are kind of doubles for me, but they are kind of cool. So it's Star Reach. Okay, and this is Jim Starlin did these ones. So this is Star Reach number 8, number 6. And Star Reach is basically like they're kind of like sci-fi, fantasy kind of stories. This one requires a little bit of censoring. I'll kind of try to censor it, semi-censor it. Okay, this is semi-censored, semi-censored Star Reach number 3. There's a naked girl on the cover, but it's kind of cool. And then Star Reach number 2. I won't even censor that one. Number 2. Naked girl on the back too. Okay, so that's Star Reach. And then this is Star Reach number 1, but this is actually the reprint. This is the second printing. The first print has a different cover, and this is actually on the back cover of the first print. And the one that I got from Alex the Comic Hoarder is actually that. It's the first print. So that's Star Reach. So that's a nice little series. It's like a whole bunch of these Jim Starlin stories and artwork. And it's just really kind of cool stuff. Just kind of fun, interesting stories that are short and, you know, almost like what, an anthology of stories, but kind of cool. So I actually read that like a few weeks ago. It's quite interesting. That's what I do. I'll read like a complete series just right off the bat instead of like, so I kind of go from random series to random series. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting book. Mystery book. I have no idea what it's going to be. Let's find out what it is. I made it really hard to open. That's one thing. This is like a very ASMR thing because it's like very loud trying to open this up. Okay. Okay. And then we get into another mystery level. It's like so many things. Okay, let me see if I can get this out without slicing the book. I think that was not useful. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is not an expensive book. Not an expensive book, but it is a key book. A very big key. That's under the radar. People don't realize how kind of cool this book is. So this is Contest of Champions, I believe it's number 2. And this is, this just happens to be like, I think it's a 1 in 10 or something like that, a variant. And it just happens to feature the artwork of Ken Bald. So he was a very famous Golden Age artist. It kind of fell out of, like, most people don't know him nowadays, but he was a big Golden Age artist. And he was involved with creation of Nomura, you know, Submariner, all these kind of big characters back in the Golden Age. And so we got, what do we have here? We got Nomura. He was also involved with Captain America. And he was also involved with Human Torch. So we got his sort of style, original style, and then we got sort of these modern day versions of the same characters. And it's just kind of cool that he did this cover, because this cover he did when he was 96 years old, which makes him, and makes this cover from him, the oldest artist, commercial artist and illustrator. So he actually won a Guinness Book of World Records for having created this artwork. So it made him the oldest illustrator, active illustrator in comics. So kind of a cool book that was mentioned in the Guinness Book of World Records. So I think in 2016, I believe. So kind of a cool book, you know, kind of a little piece of history as well, because it was also his last artwork, and his signature is right down there. You can see it. So kind of cool. Very cool book. And it's not expensive. It's like one you can pick up for like $10, $15. Kind of cool. It may be cheaper because people don't know what it is. But it is a key book. Very key. I like these books that have a little bit of history behind them. And that's definitely one that has a bit of history behind it. As I said, Ken Bald's last artwork. Okay, this is kind of a cool one. Okay, so one other thing that I do collect, and I seem to collect everything, is Infinity covers. And this is a really great Infinity cover. It's a recent one. It's from David Nakayama. And it's just a Gambit Infinity cover. X-Men, I'm not even sure what issue is. X-Men number 5. So kind of cool. Infinity cover. I think it's cool because it's also like he's holding a card, which is him holding a card, which, you know, which is so Gambit, right? He's like, you know, he always uses playing cards as his weapon of choice. So yeah, so this one was kind of cool. And it was $10. So not too bad either in terms of pricing. So some kind of cool books. This is just going to be part 1. I'm going to do the rest in part 2, and there's some really big books in the part 2. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, it's not as big as some of my massive unboxings, but it's still 2 parts. And there's some kind of cool stuff that I already have shown, and I'm going to show some way more cool stuff in part 2. So stay tuned for that. Watch out for that video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. And please, you know, share out this video so other people can see it. And don't forget to comment, like, and all that kind of stuff. Thanks again. Bye for now.